He was so money orientated, money motivated. I just thought, this guy's intention, the true intention, it's money.
Welcome back to the channel. Please make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe. Yeah, so what is going on between Johnny Nelson and Prince Nasseem? I said it on the comment earlier on, I'm really gonna mind my own business. But in short, they're talking about there's a disagreement about what Johnny Nelson feels about Brendan Ingle, the former trainer who has passed on. My condolences to his family. Whereas Nasseem feels that the trainer Brendan Ingle was all about money, and Johnny Nelson said it is basically saying it weren't that way, and this is why these men are going back and forth. They were under the same stable. They were both trained by Brendan Ingle, and Brendan Ingle had a film come out starring Pierce Brosnan as him, and Prince Nasseem went along to the film. It's about Prince Nasseem's career, and although Nasseem wasn't involved straight away, he did go along to the film, and this is kind of where some of this stems from. I think, look, they've known each other for years, but they've definitely got a disagreement regarding that.
You could say to me at a young age, try and pin me down from 11 years of age.
Credit to Talk Sport Boxing, by the way, where this clip is forwarding from.
Say, listen, you promised me when you was 11, you did a deal with me at 11 years old.
So that's something that Prince Nasseem's not particularly happy about, and that's why he doesn't have a lot of, as far as the business side of it, he didn't like that about the kind of Brendan. And just for what is out, I'm not talking about Nasir Jones Nas, the great rapper. I'm talking about Prince Nasseem. And this is Johnny Nelson.
Me at a young age.
Well, that's music. So that's kind of one side of it. I'm going to see if this is more recent. I think this was this week actually. Big up Talk Sport and on the clip.
What's that word they use? Clickbait or something?
Living vicariously through someone else.
Simon Jordan speaking about it as well. So he's on Simon Jordan. There's the other commentators there, I think former boxers themselves, and speaking about Johnny Nelson.
Brown cheese.
He's constantly.
So that's them together, really. I'm probably going to use that as the thumbnail. Brendan Ingle, Johnny Nelson, Nasseem in their younger days. Great fighters. I'm going to look at their careers in a second, actually, on the old Wikipedia. Obviously, it's not necessarily a credible and reliable source, but it does give a lot of information for some quick summaries. And yeah, they're all one family. And just a summary of it really is, Prince Nasseem is saying basically that Johnny Nelson was in the wilderness initially before he had a successful run. I think 7.5 years as the cruiserweight world champion, unbeaten. That's a long time. Now for me, and I put it on the post early, actually you can see it now, I said I'm gonna mind my own business and let the man sort it out. But I also put on another post that actually people are saying stuff about Johnny Nelson. He's not fought anybody who was great in this type of thing. He was a legend. He fought people who beat some of the greats. And I don't know why they're kind of having a go at him. As I say, anything between Johnny Nelson and Nasseem, as I said, there is their own business, really. And look at this. Johnny Nelson said something. At this, and I'm going to read what he said. He said, "At this stage in both our life, there should be nothing but admiration for what each other achieved. The what seems to be hatefulness and venom. It's not on my radar. I retired with my belt and achieved more than I'd ever dreamed of, and I'm grateful for that. But most importantly to me, it was enough to show Brendan's system work. If you just listen and believe, this would carry you through life, in and outside of the ring, mind, body and soul. Meanwhile, it seems his retirement and view looking at life, even his 50s, are from a very bitter place, regardless of his... Oh, Prince Nasseem's in his 50s. Regardless of his achievements, and need to find peace with him. Not just words, he needs to find real inner peace." I'm not sure whether there's any replies to that. So that's actually Johnny Nelson replying on the post. No doubt we're going to hear some strong words about Prince Nasseem there. No doubt we're going to hear probably Johnny Nelson speaking about in response to this soon, but we're going to hear the rest of this clip.
And it's got nothing to do what he feels about Brendan. But you know what? I always realised afterwards when I analysed
He said he always realised what? Go on.
Johnny, there was only ever one snake in that gym.
Well,
He's saying there was a snake in the gym. Now, this is some tough words.
he loved you. I
And that
didn't,
was Johnny Nelson.
but he loved you.
No.
So Prince Nasseem saying he doesn't agree that Johnny loved him. I don't know. This is really. I mean, look, it's a war. As I phrase it, it's a war of words.
I remember doing that front with him, the one
He
you
don't
didn't want to
love
do.
me,
Well,
and
he
I
spoke
certainly don't love him.
so highly. Well, that's
So Johnny Nelson is speaking highly of Prince Nasseem. Prince Nasseem is having none of it, basically.
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you about.
Simon speaking up for Johnny Nelson and saying that he's spoken highly of Prince Nasseem.
Johnny. Johnny was frightened, and he was so frightened.
Let's look at their careers. I mean, Prince Nasseem saying his bit. Obviously, you go and watch that interview on the TalkSport channel, TalkSport boxing channel. But yeah, Nasseem Hamed, 5'4", bantamweight, super bantamweight, featherweight, 37 fights, 36 wins, win by KO and 1 loss. Great fighter, excellent career. Basically, he must have been world champion. Flyweight, WO featherweight champion, unified featherweight champion. Brother, no joke. He's no joke whatsoever. Only 1 loss. It is what it is, man. And he's IBO featherweight champion. Retirement was just 28 years. Great. He's a great. Basically, he's a great. No doubt. He is an absolute great. There's no doubt about that. And so is Johnny Nelson. They obviously have their disagreements between them, and they're entitled and qualified to speak on these things because they were in the same gym together. They've known each other for many years. And look, you lot in the comments, let me know who you think's in the right, whether it's Johnny or do you think it's Prince Nasseem. But yeah, Johnny Nelson, who's nicknamed the Entertainer, 6'2.5", orthodox, 45 wins, KOs, 12 losses, 2 draws. So that's quite. It's fair to say that Nasseem had a better career. If you're looking at the win ratio, straight through, it's cruiserweight, heavyweight. 12 losses is quite a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I still rate him as a legend because that's 12 losses in 59 fights. 59 fights. That's a lot of fights, man. And he's also an MBE as well and all that. He's got commentary in the video game, Undisputed. But yeah, 12 losses is a lot. I mean, that's not great, but he's WBO cruiserweight. As I said, he apparently had like a 7-year run, undefeated. He's been a Sky. He's a commentator now, obviously. He defended against 13 different opponents. Come on, man. You cannot ignore that. Do you know how difficult that is? Like, you got fighters now. Okay, we're talking. He's cruiserweight, but you're talking. Look, if you look now, the likes of Joshua held it for had his bit for a while. Fury held his bit for a while, but 13 different opponents. 13. Very, very big. Very big. He's got a book called Hard Road to Glory. Both legends, man. Hey, you man, sort it out. I'm not mind my own business, but them sort it out, man. Sort it out, man. You've known each other for years. Just sort it out, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Obviously, you got a shared person in Brendan Ingle that guided your careers and that. But yeah, man, you man sort it out. But obviously, you've said your pieces, and it is what it is, I guess. That's life. People disagree sometimes. Man. That's just how it go. Just how it go, man. How it go. But anyway, big up the man then. Big up both of them. Prince Nasseem, big up Johnny Nelson. TalkSport Boxing for the clip and all of that. But for now, please make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe. But for now, I'm done talking.